All right.
This is a New England firearm, a B-32. We're going to show you how to change out the firing pin, which will be needed. It comes from the factory with a 16th inch firing pin. What we're going to put in it is an 1/8 inch firing pin. What you have to do is you have to knock these pins out, take this off, don't let it flop out on you. And that releases the hammer, so the hammer flops. Then come in and take this in the center, always this way, not the other way, this way, and push, then knock that pin out. Then you're going to extrude the hammer. Now that you have, this will be off, this will be out, and you'll have this little flap exposed. The flap will go down, the little flag I'll call it. The firing pin is right there under it. Okay, this will go down, and what you want to do is knock this out, this pin out right here. Knock it out, then pull it out with a pair of pliers. Pull all the way out. Now it's spring loaded, little teeny spring, so you'll have the pin, a little spring, don't lose the spring, and you'll have the firing pin. The firing pin will look like this. It's got an 1/8 inch, no, a 16th inch, excuse me, hole. Okay, then what we're going to do, take the firing pin out, then we're going to take a drill with an 1/8 inch drill bit and drill down this way through it, through the pistol, and drill this hole right here bigger. Make it 1/8 of an inch. It was a 16th, now you're going to drill it to an 1/8 of an inch. Okay. When you get it drilled out, you're going to put the new firing pin, which came with the cylinder, push it in there, make sure it goes freely back and forth, make sure the flat end is up, like this. Then you're going to take, first you're going to put the spring in first, I'm sorry, put the spring in. Then put the pin in, up. Then you're going to take and push this down. You have to push it up against it and hold it down. What I do is put something in there like that and hold it down. It holds the firing pin, as you can see, out like this. Then take your little pin and shove it back in there straight and knock it in. Okay, once you got it knocked in straight, your firing pin is going to protrude a little bit out. And what you want to do is take a file and file that like this until that firing pin is flush you'll have no hammer in it, okay, with the firing pin flush. Once you get it flush like that, then what I have to do is take the punch again and punch the pin, pull the pin back out, and the spring, pull it back out. Then what you need to do is take a file and put a small radius on the new firing pin. Just a small radius on the new firing pin. And then put it back in there. That's so when the firing pin hits the primer, it won't cut it hard, it'll pop back out easy. If you have it 90 degrees because you filed it off, it'll stay in here, so it'll pull back. So when you have it with a radius on it, and it doesn't have to be any particular radius, something just to break the edge. You see this one, how it's done. This is an 1/8 inch firing pin. No, excuse me, a 16th inch firing pin here. This is the one that came out, one that like it come out. So when you put the new firing pin, put the new spring in, put the firing pin, Put the pin back in here. Take something and hold it flat up in there. Push the pin in, knock it all the way in. Then take the hammer and you pull the trigger back and push it down in there, and you'll feel it when it hits the right spot, and put your pin back in here and knock it in. Then your hammer will be floppy back and forth. Then you come back in, put your spring and your lock in here, put it back on, put your handle back on, and screw it all together. So when it should look like this, flush with the case. The frame of the gun, it should be flush. So when you hit it, you should be able to pull this back, push this flap, and you'll see the firing pin come out. See the little radius on the firing pin? See it come out? That's what you want. When it come back in. See? See it come out? That's where you want it to come back. Then we take the cylinder, put the cylinder back in, put the pin back in, saves you a ton of money. This you can do with the New England firearms, or also the H&R, well, same way, exact same. The H&R will work. Now some of the old H&Rs will have a tube coming out here, don't have this piece here, and what you'll have to do is call us and we'll send you, or call your distributor and send you a little tube extension and show how to fit that to make it work. This will save you a lot of money. The primers you can get for 4 cents a piece compared to $1 a piece with a 32s. Save you money.